Page 96. Unit 12. Will it dissolve?
Good morning, Class 3, said Mrs. Khan one Monday in January. Guess what we are going to do today? Everyone in Class 3 sat up. Rahim liked Mrs. Khan. Her classes were always exciting. Are we going to hear a story? Guessed Samina. No, replied Mrs. Khan kindly. Make a map of the playground, guessed Nahid. No, smiled Mrs. Khan. Here's a clue. She put a tray on her desk. On the tray were 9 pots containing sugar, salt, flour, tea leaves, instant coffee powder, orange squash, milk, oil, and ice cubes. There were also 9 glasses of water and 9 spoons. Class 3 were puzzled. Why is she smiling? Thought Rahim. Then his hand shot up. I know, he said. We are going to do an experiment. That's right, said Mrs. Khan. I've bought a few things from my kitchen. We are going to find out if they dissolve. What does dissolve mean? Asked Rahim. Good question, said Mrs. Khan. Can anyone tell us? Samina put up her hand. Well, you can put sugar in a glass of hot water and stir it. Then you can't see the sugar anymore, and you can't feel it with your spoon when you stir. Well done, said Mrs. Khan. Sugar is soluble, so it disappears when you put it in water. It dissolves very fast if the water is hot. The water tastes sweet, but you can't see the sugar anymore. We say that it makes a solution. What will happen if I put flour in water? Will it disappear? Yes, it will, said half the class. No, it won't, said the other half. All right, said Mrs. Khan. Let's find out. Get into groups of 4. First, you're going to predict or guess what you think will happen to each material. The groups did not agree with each other. Some children changed their minds when they talked to their friends. Then they made their guesses in their notebooks. Here are Rahim and Samina's predictions. Next, each group tested one material. Rahim's group tested flour. They were careful to use the same quantity of material and water because they wanted to make their tests fair. I was right, said Rahim. The flour did not dissolve. You can see little bits in the water. You were wrong, Samina. Said Samina, getting red in the face. But the water changed color. And look at Abdul's group. Their ice cubes have dissolved. I was right about that, and you were wrong. It doesn't matter if your guess was wrong, said Mrs. Khan, smiling. You know now that flour is insoluble and ice is soluble. Now I want you to explain your results to each other. After that, please write what happened. All the class worked hard. Here is Rahim's report. A report of our experiment about dissolving. Materials: sugar, salt, flour, tea leaves, instant coffee powder, orange squash, milk, oil, and ice cubes. 9 glasses of water and 9 teaspoons. Aim: to find out which materials dissolved in water. What we did. Every group put a teaspoon of their material in half a glass of water. The quantity of water was the same each time to make the test fair. Then we stirred our material twice and watched to see if we could still see bits in the water. Results: the sugar, salt, instant coffee powder, milk, and ice cubes dissolved. The flour, tea leaves, orange squash, and oil did not dissolve. I noticed that the color of the water changed with flower, tea leaves, and squash. I also noticed that the oil floated on the top of the water.